Hey, what's up everyone? It's Duskmos, and today I'm here with a Signal Colors episode, and I'm doing something a little different than usual. I don't often do this, but I'm actually going to unbox this one because it's pretty cool. This is the Artemis from Spaceman Effects, and I just really like the packaging. This little guy on the front is really cool, and the box is, you know, kind of average otherwise, but really the best part and the big part is this. It's like spacesuit material baggie that this thing comes in. Also the little sticker here, so you could do a little flat Stanley type situation, take this guy all around. Anyway, the pedal comes in this super cool space age material, and just looks really awesome, and that was kind of a cool surprise. But yeah, this is the Artemis. The Artemis is a modulated filter pedal that does a lot of interesting stuff. It's got a few different modes, and it's a really cool pedal to experiment with filtering. I'm a sucker for the aesthetics of the Artemis because this plaque on the back is really cool. That is like riveted on the case, which is really neat. The front plate is sort of engraved and multi-layered, and that's really cool. And I really like this geodesic dome, sort of old school style gem light. A really nice touch. Lots of controls right at the ready, right up front. I even like the knob style. The knobs look really cool, and yeah, it feels like just a quality piece. Really cool to look at, and sounds really good as well. So yeah, let's get a closer look at the controls, and then we'll hear how it sounds. This is Signal Colors. So the Artemis has 8 knobs, 6 main control knobs and 2 secondary control knobs, a status indicator light, a soft latching foot switch, input, output, expression jack, and a 9-volt power point. This first cluster of 3 knobs is the high pass, band pass, and low pass filter options. And each one of these work independently. So you could have these 2 turned down, for example, and just work the high pass knob if you wanted to just have that come through. Or same goes with the band pass or the low pass. So yeah, you can kind of turn it into an individual filter of any of these 3 types, or combine the 3 and they mix together. These 3 knobs are kind of like your response control knobs, more or less. You've got frequency, amount, and sensitivity. The frequency knob controls the frequency cutoff as well as the amount of sweep, depending on how you have it working with the internal modulation. Amount controls the modulation depth or the speed. It's depth if you're in envelope mode, but then speed if you're in LFO mode. Sensitivity controls the sensitivity to the input that changes based on the mode that you're using. So for example, in LFO mode, it controls dynamically the speed of the frequency modulation, or really the LFO that controls the frequency modulation. Mode sets which style of modulation gets applied to the filter, and resonance controls the amount of resonance that works with the filter cutoff. So all these controls come together to form a pretty hands-on experience, and it's a lot of fun just to kind of tweak the knobs and see where you end up. So yeah, let's get it hooked up and we'll hear how it sounds. Okay, so I've got the Artemis paired up here with the Elektron Analog Four MKII, a really cool analog synthesizer with 4 different tracks. Really cool, really powerful, and definitely one of my favorite pieces. So to start, I'm going to do what I always do and play my clean pattern, which sounds like this. You can hear a lot of paddy type breathy sort of sounds, which I think will really demonstrate the filter well. And you can also hear the occasional sort of high-pitched sound that I sprinkled in for some extra airiness. There it was right there. And that is on a trait condition where it'll only fire off at a 25% chance, so it'll just happen sort of intermittently. Okay, so I'll go ahead and engage the Artemis. So right now you can see it's set on high pass, low pass is all the way down, so it's really just on bandpass mode at the moment. Let me turn this. And you hear it. Cut everything down to 0. Now the bandpass works in conjunction with the frequency knob, so if I change the frequency, you can hear that sort of emphasis change. So we'll keep this at 12 o'clock and do a pass. So that's pretty cool. I'm going to blend in some low pass. And again, change the frequency. We'll bypass. Right now we're in mode 1. One thing to note, each of these at 12 o'clock are unity gain, so no boost and no cut. But if you go over 12 o'clock, then you start adding up to 10 decibels. So we have to watch your levels a little bit, but it's a nice thing to have. So bypassed again. We'll go with just low pass. So I'm going to have it at 12, but I'll manipulate the frequency over here. So introducing some of the amount and sensitivity. Here's some enveloping happening automatically. So I'll leave these where they are, but change it into bandpass. So we hear that. Okay, maybe I'll change the frequency a little bit. I lied. Bring in some high pass. You really hear that filtering a lot of that out. So you hear the envelope moving a bit more now. There you go, bring in the low. Just a reminder, we bypassed. So we hear that movement, kind of like a wah sort of thing. Okay, I'm gonna switch into second mode. That sounds cool. I'll bypass it. I don't know if you can see this on the video, but this light sort of triggers to show in different colors, but it shows a red glow here that flickers, and that's relating to the sensitivity and the speed. So you see it change the amount, and you see the frequency of the beating of the light changed. Sort of a visual representation of, you know, what's going on when you change a knob, which is nice. So I'll engage it again. So here you can hear the filter. It's like slow, fast, it like re-triggers sort of a ramp mode based on the input. Really hear it now. Bypass again. And back with the Artemis. Change modes again. tell, I feel like this pedal's a lot about just moving knobs and exploring. And sometimes you end up with some really cool stuff. Play with the resonance a little bit and just kind of see what happens. Pretty wild. That was cool. It went all the way down to just muted, basically. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Bypass. Yeah, that's awesome. Okay, I'll switch modes again. Alright, so we lost everything. Let's see what happened here. I think it's I just had the frequency too low. Yeah. More like a fixed filter kind of effect. But with EQ. Let's bypass. And back. Okay, switch modes again. I think I passed over this one the first time. Just a real thin high-pass sound. But it's pretty cool for like a punch-in. I'll do real slow. Switch to just low pass for ultimate dreaminess. So move it a little bit and the speed changes a good amount. See, I turned it down all the way. That was cool, so we go in and out of basically just muted. If I had a little bit of high pass on, we probably would have still maintained a little bit. So it's cool because you can blend these, you can have effects where you can kind of highlight specific frequency ranges. There we go. So that's really cool. It's almost like it like multi-tracked the frequency, like the filter tracks. If you catch my drift, like the high pass will operate independently of the low pass, which is being impacted by the LFO because the frequency is set to low. If that doesn't make sense and you want me to clarify, hit me up in the comments. But a pretty cool sort of combo move. So we'll do the opposite now. We'll change it to a higher frequency. So we should hear that one fade in and out with the low being maintained. We do. Maybe it's a little less obvious, a little more subtle. But you can definitely kind of inverse it and flip it like that, which is cool. Gonna up the resonance here. Just gonna go to town. Let's just kind of see what happens. Once again, a clean check. And back with the Artemis. I'm gonna mute some tracks. We'll go with that. That's bypassed. I thought I got that one. Kind of up the resonance so we can get a little more drastic filter sweeping. Switch the modes up. And back to clean. And there we go. That was the Artemis paired with the Analog 4 Mark II from Elektron. A pretty fun combination, if you ask me. So what do I think about the Artemis? Well, I think it's a really cool pedal. I feel like the aesthetics are on point. It's a lot of fun. The build quality is really nice. It does a lot, I think, in a sort of small footprint, like kind of medium size, pedal. I really like the 3 different filter mode options. That's really cool. Having those independent and being able to dial those in really helps you, kind of get a little bit more mileage out of this thing. Obviously the different modes are cool. The different, kind of LFO shapes and sensitivities and reactions to do some of the modulations are really neat. I did notice that it works. Some of the modes work a little bit better with, sort of individual notes and not so much like anything looped or patterned, but that's to be, expected with something like this, I think. And I think one sort of criticism that I just particularly don't like so much is this mode knob. There's no notches and it just is a smooth sweep. And it's kind of hard to tell when you're in different modes. There are 7 different modes and sometimes I'm not quite sure when I'm in the next one if you can't immediately tell. There might be something to do with the light flashing. I haven't quite been able to figure it out or really use it in that sort of intuitive way where I can just tell them in a different mode. So something like maybe a light or hitting a button or just making this notched, I think would be an improvement. But if it's all about exploration, which I feel like this pedal really is, then you can, sort of not even worry about that. Just kind of get it somewhere, tweak it, and find something that's fun and works for your sound. So what do I think? Well, I think overall the Artemis is a good value and looks really cool, and yeah, it really ticks a lot of boxes. And whether or not it's for you, that's for you to decide, but I think it definitely provides some versatility in a nice compact package, and it's really fun and hands-on, and I always like that. Anyway, as always, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.